Great crowd has made their way inside the Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium for the annual spring game. The crowd being entertained right now by country and western star Lee Brice. They're ready for some football, and it is the spring game presented by Energy Day. 125th season of Oklahoma football. Everybody is expecting it to be another memorable year. Consecutive Heisman Trophy winners, third year in a row. Lincoln Riley's got to find a new quarterback, but he's got a lot of talent.
Yeah, he does. Jalen is obviously the guy that's on everybody's radar. When you look at his numbers, it's impressive. Obviously spending time. The way he lost his job last year at Alabama is one of the epic stories of all time. But I believe that the trio quarterbacks that will be competing today for that #1 position will be in a position to really turn this offense around. It's a great competition context, and despite the fact that #1 is in everybody's mind the starter, he's going to have some people fighting for that spot.
On the 30-yard line, they're led out by Jalen Hurts, the transfer from Alabama. He wore number 2 in Alabama, but now he's wearing 1 because CeeDee Lamb is number 2 here at Oklahoma. Our first look at Hurts. And he'll put it up. He has good scrambling ability. Crosses body. Beautiful play. Inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line.
Inside zone read. Outstanding job of there. Getting that one to Nick Basquin. At the H position, again, a little wide and mesh inside, and watch him move outside that pocket, beat the containment, delivers that ball. That was one of the progressive things I saw him doing when he was splitting time with Tua and his time at Alabama. He became progressively a much better passer.
Well, he threw for 48 touchdowns at Alabama. This time swings it into the flat, and that'll be good for about 3 on the play. Pass caught by Basquin again.
Here's some of the genius you're talking about. You're seeing what we call distribution of the field, the play selection, going to the right, putting stress on that side, and then coming back to the opposite side. It forces a defense to cover the entire breadth and width of the field. Again, nothing special here. It's just that it's the intellect of Lincoln Riley making these decisions. This is an unbelievable offensive scheme.
And we're seeing also the patience of Jalen Hurts. He hasn't been in this offense very long, but he's directing it well, albeit conservative. Hurts tucks it and runs. Inside the 20, inside the 10. They touched him. Are they going to put him down, or are they going to let him score? Touchdown.
Again, the touch is going to be on him, but he sits that ball. I think the awareness, the fact that he goes high and tight with the ball, a la Tiki Barber, back for you old schoolers out there. Understanding where the defenders are around him, he understands how to protect the football in traffic. He's a well-rounded player.
Don't forget his freshman year at Alabama, he rushed for over 950 yards. And he lost only 2 games as a starter. Hurts, straight drop, looks, fires, far side, pass caught. Great job coming back to get the football by Bridges.
Jalen, I think, is going to be potentially the impact player that Russell Wilson was back in 2011 when he came out. Hurts is 3 of 4 now for 63 yards. That's pretty impressive at this point. Both those guys provide matchup problems. This is going to be tough. I think the challenge is, will the offensive line be able to protect them all?
And that time they were able to, and a good job by Brooks. He just settled in right in the middle of that. And all they keep texting me is, Hurts is good. And yeah, Hurts this time dances around, and he's going to be touched. To the right, 2 to the left. 4-man rush. Hurts steps up. A lot of room to run. This time they don't touch him, and they finally do as he crosses the 40 up to the 42-yard line. Brian Mead
to the Friday night context to make an impression.
Now Hurts and Brooks in the backfield again. Hurts, quick flip. Outside the 30, inside the 20, inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line. Showing Sooner fans what they might expect come the end of August versus Houston. Into the end zone, touchdown. Perfect pass, beautiful catch.
Excellent vision. Hurts flashes the eyes upfield and then comes immediately off his initial read and throws the ball right on the money.
And watching them in practice, their size and their ability, very impressive. Hurts throws it on a rope, pass caught. First down, up over the 45 to the 48-yard line. Austin Stogner, the young freshman out of Preston.
He's off coverage playing right now, but they're going to be up in your face the majority of time.
Hurts, easy pass into the flat, caught at the 40-yard line. Once again, everything is going to be shortened up. Hurts keeps it, shows his speed, tries to get to the corner. Good job defensively.
A surefire contributor to this stop unit, and they're going to expect a lot from him.
Hurts just a safe pass, dumps it over, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
2 weeks from, I guess, last night. So good, best of luck to you, and we'll let you get back to your coaching duties.
Thank you very much.
All right, Ron, back up to you.
Hurts throws off balance, past the penalty flag is thrown, but the pass is caught at the 1-yard line by Bridges again.
Bridges coming up big for the second time tonight. Ability to sit under one of the greatest minds in college sports, in football in particular, is something special. It's all about impact and influence, and no one can do it better than Lincoln Riley right now.
Well, Jalen Hurts scampers into the right side. That's going to be a touchdown. They weren't able to touch him. So the man who calls himself not your average Joe is showing us why he's not your average Joe tonight. When he was there in a spring game to this spring game in Alabama, he played in 3 spring contests, had a couple of touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He's got 2 touchdowns tonight.
Well, he liked it a lot. He said, yeah, we'll take that.
Good to see him on the sideline.
You bet. It's not uncommon when you see number 1 in the game. And by the way, number 1, a lot of rich history. Guys that worn that number, J.C. Watts, Danny Bradley. When you go down the line and talk about this is going to be the latest year. The way he distributed the ball, that's a function of what Lincoln Riley is doing from an offensive standpoint. But shaping and fashioning his calling to the skill set of number 1 is key.
And that's going to do it. 35-14. The red beats the white. I think Coach Riley is going to get muster a little bit of a smile, but all in all, we saw what the preview is to come for the 2019 season.